Hello. Today I'm going to make gluten-free chocolate chip muffins, and these are kind of like, I think they taste like mud cake muffins. Absolutely delicious. They're gluten-free. They do contain nuts, so maybe not great for some lunch boxes, but really good for afternoon tea. A nice treat, just full of whole ingredients, whole food, good ingredients, but still chocolate, so it still seems like a treat. And they're really easy to whip up. So what you will need to make these muffins is 2 large mashed bananas, 2.5 cups of almond meal, 1/4 cup of cacao, raw cacao, 2 eggs, 1/4 cup of maple syrup, 1/4 cup of coconut oil. Now you can use butter or olive oil if you don't have coconut oil. A pinch of salt, about 50 grams, it depends how much chocolate you want to add. 50 grams of chocolate chopped up. You can leave it out. I've made it without the chocolate added and it's still delicious. Teaspoon of baking soda, teaspoon of vanilla extract, and that's it. So step 1, preheat your oven to 160 degrees fan forced, and that's Celsius, and grease some muffin tins. So if you're using silicone or just regular tins, grease them, otherwise put some muffin liners in there. Now they do make 12 relatively big muffins. I usually grease an extra tin just in case, and I make them a little bit smaller because they kind of last longer that way. I know there's not as much in each muffin, but the kids will have 1 muffin and they're okay with it, or maybe 2 muffins and they're okay with it, rather than having 2 big ones, so they last longer. Kind of makes sense, right? Okay, so step 1, get your banana and add the coconut oil and maple syrup. Mix it all up. So I've actually added a little bit of honey because I didn't have enough maple syrup. So you can use honey, maple syrup. You could use Rapadura sugar if you didn't have any honey or maple syrup. Then add your eggs to the bowl as well. I personally always use organic eggs. If you don't use organic eggs, or you choose not to purchase organic eggs, and go for free range at least. It's not only better for the chickens, it's better for us because the chickens are a lot healthier, so they produce healthier eggs. Just think about it, a chicken that's been locked up in a cage, not going to be the healthiest chook, versus one that can roam around, eat grubs, eat what it's meant to eat. Going to be a healthier chook and lay healthier eggs. So mix that all up. I've got to add your vanilla. So I actually make my own vanilla extract. Throw the vanilla beans in a bottle, top it up with vodka, and leave it until it stops smelling like vodka and starts smelling like vanilla, and that's how you make vanilla extract. So mix those all together. So you've got a nice sloppy mess. Then grab another bowl and add in your 2.5 cups of almond meal, your 1/4 cup of cacao, raw cacao powder, teaspoon of baking soda. If your baking soda is really lumpy, then I recommend straining it, and your pinch of salt, and then give that a good mix. I use a whisk for that, just to get any lumps out, because almond meal often has some big lumps in it. Then told you this was a really difficult recipe. Make a little bit of a hole in the middle. Pour your wet ingredients, so your banana and egg and maple syrup, all of those good bits in. And mix it all together just until it's combined. So the thing with muffins is you do not want to over stir them. So that's why most muffin recipes are made in a bowl, not in a mixer, because they do get a bit tough. And no one likes a tough muffin. We want them to be nice and light. Not, I mean, these are pretty dense muffins because they're made with almond meal. Okay, so once that is just mixed together, so you can't see any more almond meal, throw in your chocolate bits. So that's what it's looking like. It's quite a thick batter. Throw in your chocolate bits. You can just use those choc bits that you buy, but I prefer to use good quality chocolate and chop it up myself. And then just grab your tin, really simple, and scoop in the batter. And then you need to cook them for, I believe, I should have checked this, 20 to 25 minutes. Well, just until you can insert a skewer into the middle of one and it comes out clean. So i.e. it doesn't have any batter on it. And you want to fill your muffin tins about 2/3 of the way so they don't completely explode everywhere. Then give it a bit of a tap down on the bench, so about like that. And then into the oven.